It's just that you've been asking for many things to happen in your life. You've been asking for many changes to happen in your life, for many things to come into your life. You've been asking God, your higher self, source, the universe, to cause these changes in your life. And your higher self knows that in order for you to experience those things, in order for you to have those things, in order for you to align with that which you seek, you would need some alone time. You would need some clarity time that makes you to see the light, that makes you see the light in a new way, that makes you see the world in a new way, that's gonna align you further with whatever you're seeking. Whether it's purpose, whether you're seeking a purposeful life, a meaningful life, whether you're seeking abundance, financial abundance, or even love, if you're seeking company, if you're seeking connection, you would still need to disconnect before you get to that connection. Or if you're simply seeking joy, peace, or spiritual awakening, you're awakening, as you know, your spiritual mysticism, you're seeking the mystical aspect of your life, of yourself. And it knows whatever energy that is you're seeking from, it knows that in order for you to get there, you would need to let go of all of your distractions at some point. Now, this is not to say that all company or all sociality or all people are a distraction, but more often than not, it is easier for your higher self, it is easier for the universe to guide you, for you to be guided. It's easier for you to be guided in life when you have less and less company, when you have less and less interests, let's say, or things that you could at any time choose to, you know, have fun with or get yourself entertained with. The less of these things you have to rely on, the easier it is for your higher self to get into you, to get through to you, and to be able to lead you, and to be able to show you the world in a new light, to show you life in a new light, and lead you further towards whatever you've been seeking. But it's not that humans or people are a distraction, are preventing you from getting there. But if you observe closely, if you study the life of anyone who's made it, or any spiritual teacher, or any spiritually enlightened person, or any even successful, just regular successful person, you know, not necessarily spiritual, you would find that they had to go into solitude for some periods of their time before they were able to emerge anew. They had, at some point, they had left everything behind and went on an exploratory journey, on a journey to explore themselves, on a journey to find really themselves and to find their power, to find what they are capable of, to find their truth, to find the truth, whatever it is for you. You'd find that this is a recurring pattern in each and every one of those cases. And although they might tell you it's not necessarily, like spiritual teachers, they might say that it's not necessary, you know, you don't need to go to the Himalayas to find yourself, you don't need, but it simply makes it easier. Now, when you're asking for that thing, when you're praying for that thing, even if it's not conscious, even if consciously you just feel sad about you being alone at the moment, you're even sadder, you don't care, you just want to be around people, you just want to have someone to connect with, you just want to have, you know, friends that you like. Even if that's your conscious awareness, even if that's your conscious process, subconsciously, more than anything, you know, and your higher self knows, and the universe knows, that whatever you're seeking matters way more to you. That thing you've been asking for, that fundamental, that radical change you've been expecting in your life matters to you more than anything. And so you're giving it more energy, and as such, you're allowing the universe, the energies, the divine energies in existence to play in your favor, to play things, you're allowing it to work out things in order for you to get there, you know, through the easiest path, through the fastest path. And that might require that you let go of some people, even if it's just for some time, or even if it's permanent. Because what happens most of the time, although people are not a distraction, you know, inclusively or exclusive, or like generally stating, it's not absolutely, people are, it's not an absolute that people are a distraction, or that connections or relationships are a distraction. But it is that, what it might be that you have to let go of specific people, and then new people are going to come into your life, better people are going to come into your life, more of those who are really aligned with you and with your journey are going to come into your life. Those who are going to aid you on your journey are going to come into your life, but you don't allow them to come into your life. Because the more you resist this letting go, the more you reject whatever is happening in your life. So if you're required to let go of some things in order for new things to come into your life, or to let go of some things in your life or some people to align, to further align, to align, be in more alignment and harmony with whatever you're truly seeking out of life, but you resist it whenever it happens because your ego is so dependent on them, your ego is so reliant on having those people or on having those things to feel good, to feel safe, to feel survivingly well, then it's gonna resist them when they first start happening. You're gonna reject it and you're gonna hate when it's happening. You know, why do I have to lose those things? Why do I have to lose my friends? Why do I have to lose my partner? Why do I have to lose this or that? And what happens is that you split yourself into two halves. You know, one half is trying to align with the future, and another half is choosing to align with the past. You're splitting your energy into two opposing directions. And now, which is it that you want? You're not setting your navigational tools with a clear direction, on a clear direction. You're not setting your energy towards a clear direction. You're simply spreading it. You're simply dispersing it all over the place. And that causes you to remain stagnant. That causes you to remain in a tug of war that I speak so often about. It causes you to remain stuck in that tug of war, you know, never getting on that side, neither on this side, you know, you're just in the middle. And that prolongs your misery, that prolongs your suffering, that prolongs the struggle of being alone. That makes you go alone for longer and longer periods, because you don't want to align with those new people, yet you're not fully over your old people. So you're not really aligned with this or that. And now you're stuck, and you're causing that stuckness. You're causing yourself to remain stuck. Because you're so afraid of what's in the future. You're so afraid of going into the unknown, of exploring yourself from a different light. However, at the same time, what you're truly seeking is forcing you towards that direction, is leading you. So you're rejecting it and seeking it at the same time. And that's what makes you go alone for a long time. That's what makes people a distraction in your life. Because if you simply let it go easily, if it's ever so smooth, and I know, you know, this is not something that's even possible to a certain extent, you know, especially if it's the first time to happen to you, if it's the first time that you have to let go of something that's very dear to you, or if it's the first second time or third time, it grows easier. It becomes easier and easier as you experience it more and more, as you become in harmony with the nature of things, that you have to let go of things at sometimes, that you are an ever-changing being. And as long as you are on your awakening journey, as long as you seek a deeper, profound spiritual meaning out of life, you're gonna have to re-experience those things. You're gonna have to be more like fluid, let go easily and adopt the new easily. The more easier it becomes as you move on through your journey. And so what happens is that now you're just delaying whatever is meant for you, and you're splitting yourself into two halves. But what could happen if you simply let go, if you simply surrender to whatever is happening, if you simply find it in yourself to accept and detach from whatever is happening externally, you would find that your life, whatever you lost, it's gonna be replaced so quickly that you don't even have time to feel bad about it. But that's not the point, because while we might prolong this journey, it might also be necessary for us to prolong it, because as long as we cannot let go, it means that we did not yet learn our lesson. So it's not about how fast can I get new people into my life, or how fast can I get those things that I've lost from my life, but it's about how fast can I let my higher self in. It's about how fast am I allowing myself to be guided? Am I surrendering to my path? Because if you're resisting this one thing of letting go, it means that you are resisting more than just letting go, that you are resisting the lesson itself, the lesson, the opportunity that was being presented to you in being alone. And that's what matters more, because at the end of the day, if you come out at the other side with new friends and new things, but not a step closer towards your purpose, not a step closer towards your seekings, towards your true profound seekings out of life, what you've been praying for, what you've been asking for, then it wouldn't make any sense. Although you would still be a step closer, because you've learned a lesson. Even if that lesson, even if you refused that lesson, even if you completely rejected that lesson and ended up aligning with people who are not really meant for you once again, you grew resilient. You've become more tolerant to this process, and at the next time it's gonna be easier, and then you might go more smoothly through it. And so the real point here is that you allow everything to be, allow yourself even to sit in aloneness, allow yourself accept that you might be required to be alone for some time, because that's when you're best able to explore yourself. That's when it's best for you to delve deeper into yourself, see what you're truly about, see who you truly are, listen carefully, closely to what you are, to whom you truly are, to your higher self. Be guided by your spirit guides, be guided by God. When you're alone, when you're very detached from your external environment, when you're not reliant on plenty of coping and entertainment mechanisms externally, then you're more connected with your truth, then you're more connected with your true self, because you've detached from the ego's desires, you've detached from the ego's mechanisms and constructs. And so that's why oftentimes you might be required to go low and low and low until you really detach from your ego, until you really get to the edge and realize that you're not interested in wherever the ego is leading you and whatever it's presenting you with, that even your entertainment, that even your coping mechanisms, that even your defense mechanisms, that even your pleasure mechanisms are meaningless. And at that point, you open yourself up wholly to whatever is meant for you, to whatever has been trying to reach you based on your seekings, based on your true meaning and purpose, based on your profound calling in life. And that's why simply you might be required to go alone for some times, but it's only for you, just like all of life is happening for you. Don't forget to like this video. I hope it clarified things for you. It helps me so much that you like it, and it helps this video find its way to many more others who might actually need it. Thank you so much for tuning in to another video by AF's Conscious Frequency.